Well, the most important part of pie is the filling. And we finally made it to the piece de la resistance of the sour cream pumpkin pie. And today we're going to be showing you what goes into this filling of this family favorite. And it can be a bit more of a workout than you'd expect if you're going to do this by hand, that is. Whether you choose to use a stand mixer or a whisk, it's going to come out delicious no matter what. And today we're bringing it all together here on Sweetly Savory. Gather your ingredients for the pie filling, and what you're going to need is your homemade pumpkin puree, 1 cup sugar, which is right here. You're going to need some cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger, and I've got all of the measurements over here. And you're going to need 1 cup of sour cream, the whole star of the show, and 3 eggs separated. So what we're going to do is, this is a bit more than the pumpkin that's called for the recipe. We need 2 cups. So I'm just going to do one whole one of these and just a couple ounces out of the next one. And 3 eggs separated. So what we're going to need to do is actually separate our eggs, the yolks from the whites, and then we're going to whip them until they're nice and light and fluffy. I'm going to do this all by hand just because I don't feel like getting out my stand mixer. And just like some of the tricks that I've seen for peeling garlic, I've seen plenty tricks of how to separate an egg yolk from the white the easiest. And the way that I've always done it is just kind of tipping it back and forth. Being very, very vigilant to not have any shells. And I feel that one's gonna might have a problem, but nope. Okay. So I transferred these egg whites to a big bowl, and I'm gonna use a wire whisk here. Try to get these as fluffy as possible. So 5,000 years later, we have some nice, oh, this is quite difficult to see, a white bowl. We have some nice soft peaks, nice and pillowy. Whew. Arm day in the kitchen. Since we've got our peaks formed here, we're going to go ahead and fold in our pumpkin and remaining ingredients. So the 1 jar of pumpkin there, and just a couple more ounces of the second. For our full 2 cups. Now our sugar, seasonings. I'm just going to put the sugar in a little bit at a time and just go ahead and dump the spices in. Oh my goodness. If I didn't already want some pumpkin pie, this is definitely making me want it even more. And our 1 cup of sour cream, star of the show. It's coming out, oops, to be nice and light, and that sour cream is definitely gonna bring a richness to it. And I will get our pie crust going. So we're going to take our filling. And there we have our pie filling here. So we're going to cook our pie for an hour and 10 minutes at the 400 just because we have the gas. But if you've got an electric, you would bring down the temperature of your oven to 350 for an hour. So after 10 minutes, you'll just drop the temp a little bit to 350 if you've got an electric oven. But I'm gonna leave this at 400 so my pie is done tonight. All right, so our time's up on the pie. Oh, this did come out really nice. So here we've got our pumpkin pie. It's got the familiar crack in the middle, but this time it's going to be a little bit softer because we had those peaks of the egg whites, and the sour cream is going to bring the airiness. So this is a little bit lighter version. Well, it's still dense, but it's airier than your typical pumpkin pie. And I'm going to let this cool. I'm not going to have a slice right now because it is far too hot. It literally just came out of the oven. You saw it live. We will taste this later, but thanks so much for watching. I hope it was an educational experience for everybody, including myself. So stick around for the next video and we will see you again.
This is the other pie crust here that I've been working on. It actually just came out for the first proof in the or blind bake, I should say. It's called blind bake, not proofing. That's for bread. So this is a blind bake, and it just came out for the first time. That's why the pie weights are in here. I'm gonna take those out now and put it in for the next go around. I got the pie here. I'm actually also making applesauce too. I know I'm very, very busy today. Anyways, we're gonna put this pie crust back in there for another few minutes, and I don't know if you saw in the other video, but basically we kind of underestimated how big to roll it out. So this one I rolled out a bit more to stretch over, because you really want, so this is a 9-inch pan, you really want to overshoot, because you know, you can always wrap it around. See how I kind of wrapped around, you know. It's not the best in the world. I'm by no means an expert, but so you can kind of just see here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in our pie crust over here, which has just come out of the oven for after another blind bake. Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of pour it in. Alright, so we got our stuff loaded into our pie here, and we're just going to put it in the oven for an hour, see what happens.
The pie is ready, so we've got this big, beautiful pumpkin pie here, and as you can see, it's got that familiar crack right in the middle, and my crust, or our crust, that was a team effort yesterday to get it stretched out. You want to try to have it sitting around the edge of your pie dish. That way you're not having a little shrunk crust as we had yesterday. So here we have it, our big beautiful pumpkin pie, and super excited to dive into this. Let us know in the comments what kind of pie you like to have around your Thanksgiving table, if it's apple or cherry or blueberry. I know those are closer to summer pies, but still, pie is pie any time of the year. So I hope you enjoyed this compilation video. Make sure to check out the videos over here. You might like these treats year-round. Make sure to subscribe to Sweetly Savory so that you can stay up to date on all the delicious homemade foods that we're doing. We'll see you again next time on Sweetly Savory.
Bye.